What's up guys, this is Yasin. So we just got the final archetype from deck build Justice Hunter, something like that. I forgot the exact name of the set, but it's the set that has the dragon monsters that can fuse as well as the yummy monsters. So yeah, this might be Raziel and Malice 2.0 where we get like either like two extremely good decks with like one really bad deck in the form of Ryugi, or we can actually get like 3 tier 1 decks, so that would be really interesting to see. Anyways, before we go any further, y'all know the drill, smash the like and subscribe button. Okay, so the first one is a K-9 number 17 Izuna, level 5 Earth Warrior. Okay, sure. So yeah, if Guki ever becomes good, then you already know what to do. You can only use the second and third effect once per turn. If your opponent has 2 or more cards in their hand, you can normal summon this card without tributing. Yo, this is off to a bad start. This is so bad. I hate these kinds of effects like, oh, you can normal summon this level 5 monster for free. Yeah, but I want to special summon it. During the main phase, if your opponent activated a monster effect in the hand or graveyard this turn, okay, such as a hand trap, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, you know what? Alright, sure. You know, I'll stop complaining. If this card can summon itself from the hand, it's fine. And then if this card is normal special summon, you can send a K-9 card from your deck to the grave, except itself. It's a Foolish Burial, that's great, but usually a Stratos is better than a Foolish, except if the cards all have graveyard effects, then in which case I'm not gonna complain. So yeah, this is fine. It's not a bad effect at all. I mean, it's not a bad card. So let's get into the second card, because again, I have no idea what the other cards do. K-9 number 66A Jokul. This is gonna be even more confusing than the code names of the Malice cards, because if they all have something like this, well, I mean, the K-9 is easy because obviously they're dogs, so it's kind of like a wordplay on, you know, K-9. Yeah, I mean, you're not that stupid. Okay, level 5 Dark Aqua. You know what? Forget what I said about Guki. This is clearly not gonna work that way. It's probably like a there can only be one deck. Dark Aqua. Wait a second. Does that mean it's searchable by the card that can by the chaotic elements or something? If it is, then oh, all right, okay. Because that card is broken. It's actually insane, but it only searches dogshit cards. Yeah, this is indeed a search target for chaotic elements. Alright, okay. Anyways, if your opponent has 2 or more cards, yeah, same thing. You can reveal this card and one other level 5 monster in your hand. Cyber Dragon, special summon both, but they cannot be used as an Xyz material. But they cannot be used as a material for the Xyz of a light monster. You know what? Why, Konami? I wanted to make Cyber Dragon Nova. Why are you ruining my life like this? During your main phase, you can add 1 non-Aqua K-9 monster from your deck to your hand. This is good. This is for sure a good card. Okay, so you search it with Chaotic Element, and then you got Chaotic Element in the grave, which is broken, because now you can start stealing, like, Raziel Detonator going second, or anything, really, which is complete insanity. Oh my god, Jesus, yo! I was itching to play a deck that could abuse Chaotic Elements, because if you don't know already, this is one of the most broken cards Konami has ever printed. But again, it only searches bad cards, but the fact that you can search a good card that can search even more K-9 monsters from your deck to your hand, oh, I am delighted. Thank you so much. Okay, so far we've only seen 2 cards, but we have a Foolish and we have a Searcher, so that's nice. And also every monster can summon itself without tributing, which is, it's fine. And then also you can special summon this and another monster. So if you have too many high-level monsters in your hand, don't worry about it, it's not the end of the world. So if you only have this, then you just normal summon it. And if you have this and other monsters, then you summon both. So there's pretty much no worst-case scenario. This card is never bad. I will take it. Okay, K-9 number 66B Lantern, level 5 Dark Pyro. Again, another search target for chaotic elements. I'm loving this. I'm really happy. Again, both effects once per well, except the first one. And same thing. If this card is in your hand, you can target 1 non-Pyro, level 5 K-9 monster in your grave, special summon it, and discard. But they cannot be used as material for the Xyz summon of a light monster again, so you can only make like a rank 5 darks, which is cool. And then during your main phase, you add a K-9 spell trap from your deck to your hand. So yeah, this is basically the counterpart to this. This searches a monster, and it summons another level 5 monster from the hand, and then this summons itself and another level 5 from your grave, and then this searches a spell or trap. So yeah, it's usually Konami likes to do this, where there's a monster searcher, and then a spell and trap searcher, a card that summons something from the hand, a card that summons from the grave, a card that summons from the deck sometimes, a card that foolishes. It's always the same thing. It's you know, very... It's a templatey way of creating new decks, and you know, it's a nice recipe that they can always recycle every single time. That always works, and nobody really complains about it. Okay, so everything has a different type. So I was actually right about it being a there can only be one deck, and yeah, it just keeps on going. Level 5 Earth Beast Warrior. Since they're level 5, they're not actually searchable by much. Like, you can't use Reinforcement of the Army to search the first one, and you can't use Tenki if I recall correctly. I'm pretty sure Tenki is also level 4 lowers. Yeah, okay, so these cards are generally not easy to search, except again for these two, where you can search them with chaotic elements. But anyways, you can only use the first and second effect once per turn during the main phase. If your opponent activated a monster effect in the hand or graveyard this turn, quick effect, you can special summon this card for 100 grave, but banish him, leaves the field. And then during your opponent's turn, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves, Xyz summon using this card you control. And an Xyz monster that has this card as material gains this effect. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. So what I'm reading is that, well, what I'm understanding is that you can make turn 0 plays, because this can summon itself when your opponent like uses pretty much any of like monster effects in the hand or grave on turn 0 potentially, or on your own turn, whatever. And then you can also quick Xyz on your opponent's turn. So again, you're playing on turn 0, and there's another card that can just summon itself on your opponent's turn. Yeah, this one, during the main phase, not just during your main phase. So yeah, you can summon this, and then you can summon the other one. And then yeah, this also foolish is something. And yeah, you can do some cool things, and then you make a rank 5 that cannot be targeted. That's pretty cool, but it is a pretty specific 2-card combo, so it's kind of like how Rescue Ace sometimes could randomly just get Preventer on turn 0 and Book of Moon something, but it didn't really come up that often. Obviously, it could come up, so you still had to know how to sequence it, but this, I am not sure it's really going to come up because there's only 4 monsters from what I'm seeing so far in the main deck, so Rescue Ace obviously had a much larger card pool, which was the reason why it was maybe a little more consistent, and you can also splash other engines in it. This time, however, I'm not sure you can really splash a bunch of other engines. Probably, though. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyways, let's get into the Xyz monsters now. K-9, number 17, Ripper. Hold on a second. Okay, so this, I didn't even read the name, but it's K-9. What even is this? It's like, no Lupus? What is... It's not a 0. It's not a... I don't even know. Okay, anyways, Ripper, rank 5, Beast Warrior. Thank God it's not a Wind Wing Beast, because that would have been Harpy's Featherstorm material. 2 level 5 monsters, my Cyber Dragon deck is happy. But not really, because it's not a machine, Konami! I'm not biased. Okay, once per turn for both effects, you can detach one material from this card, add a K-9 card from your deck to your hand. Then, if your opponent activated a monster effect this turn, you can set a K-9 quickly spell, from your deck or graveyard. That's quite good. That's really good. That's actually quite fantastic. So again, you really punish your opponent for hand trapping you, which is adorable. You actually benefit off of that, because now you get a bonus effect all the time, and you also summon your monsters more easily. So that's fantastic. And then when your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand or grave, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, negate that effect. Okay, clearly, if you want to beat this deck, you gotta not play hand traps, because you are definitely gonna turn on all their effects, and you're gonna die even harder. So this is, again, what I'm understanding. It's definitely supposed to be an anti-hand trap deck. It might lose a little harder to, like, a board breaker approach. So, yeah, maybe there's no way to negate spells and traps so far. That could be a problem. Maybe this monster is gonna change things up. Anyways, we've got the rank 5 Light Beast Warrior. Oh, okay, so that's a light, meaning that you cannot summon it off of this and off of this one, right? Yeah, both of them lock you under not being, yeah, summonable off... yeah, okay, yeah, I understand, okay. So yeah, this is a little harder to summon, cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects or turn it is special summon, that's it. Would have been nice if you could also always have this restriction, and also when you pair it up with the fact that... Actually, I was gonna say, like, if you summon it with this, then it also cannot be targeted, so it's kind of like the Melodious lock, where... can be destroyed by battle by card effects, cannot be targeted, so your opponent has to have like a non-targeting, non-destructive removal, and there's not a lot of cards in the game that can really do that. Each time your opponent activates a monster effect, this card gains 500 attack when that effect resolves. Okay, and it's permanent, so that's cool. It can become a big boy real quick. Once per turn during the standby phase, you can detach one material from this card, then target one card on the field, banish it. Again, it's during the standby phase, not necessarily during your standby phase, so you can do it on your opponent's standby phase in order to break a half board, and then again on your own standby phase if this card survives, which it might be the case, especially if you summon it on your opponent's turn, because it's most likely gonna stick. So that's nice, and you can also Xyz summon potentially this card on your opponent's draw phase, so that you can get a standby phase, banish, and then on your own standby phase again, but I don't know if you can quick Xyz. Oh yeah, it just says during your opponent's turn. Okay, it doesn't say during your opponent's main phase. That's actually kind of cool. So yeah, Xyz summoning this card on your opponent's draw phase could be really smart to get full advantage off of this effect. Definitely really nice. I actually kind of like how subtle the bonus effects of every card really just, I mean, adds to the deck, but I don't know, I don't even know what I'm saying, but anyways, this one is K-9 X Werewolf, rank 9. How the shit are you summoning a rank 9 in a rank 5 deck? I don't freaking know. A light beast, a big boy stats, okay. 2 level 9 monsters, second effect once per turn. When this card, while this card has material, it can attack a number of times each battle phase up to the number of materials attached to it. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, then activate this effect based on whose turn it is. Yours, banish one card your opponent controls and or one card from their grave. And then your opponents, look at your opponent's hand and banish one card from it face up until the end phase. Oh, what? I don't know. It's just, it's not good enough. Unless this card is super easy to summon. Again, it's a rank 9. So I don't know how you're summoning this. Maybe the spells and traps can facilitate it, but it just looks weird. It's probably good. It's probably a good game-ending card because obviously the attack stat is insanity. And if it can attack multiple times, then that's for sure fantastic. But yeah, hopefully the spells and traps are nice. K-9 LC Liberation. Okay, quickly spell. You can only use both effects once per turn. Target 1 K-9 Xyz monster or rank 5 Xyz monster you control. Special summon 1 K-9 Xyz monster with a different name from your extra deck by using that monster you control as material. And then, yeah, this is treated as Xyz summon. Transfer its material to the summon monster. So yeah, the goal is to target a rank 5 and then you summon this on top. And then it has 3 materials, so it can attack 3 times. And it can attack a number of times, not just up on monsters. So 33 multiplied by 3, that's 9,900 damage. You are killing your opponent easily with just like 2 cards for sure. So that's actually kind of scary. But yeah, anyways, at the end of the battle phase, if your K-9 monster battle this turn, you can set this card from her grave. Definitely really interesting. Okay, so since you get this card back, and also it doesn't get banished when it leaves the field, so the grind game of this deck has to be really good. So yeah, you battle with this monster, and then you just break your opponent's board, you get rid of everything, and then you get this card back, and then on your opponent's turn, you can use it again, target this, and then downgrade to like a rank 5 monster. Could be this, and then again, you can do it on your opponent's draw phase so that you can get a banish right away. So that could also be an option, or you can summon this, and then you can negate like a monster effect in the hand or grave. So yeah, again, it's good depending on the deck that you're facing, but yeah, I kind of like it so far. It's a really interesting deck. It's, I don't know if it's gonna be as good as Yummy and, what's his face? The Dragon... I forgot, Dragon Tail? I think that's the name of the fusion deck. But, I mean, again, I haven't really looked at all the cards so far, so maybe it might be even better. This card right here is K-9 X Forced Liberation. Quickly spell. Okay, again, both effects once per turn. During the main phase, target 1 K-9 Xyz monster you control. Special summon 1 K-9 Xyz monster with a different name from your extra deck by using that. Then you can destroy 1 card your opponent controls. Wait, what? What? Okay. Yeah, this looks kind of much better than the first effect. The only difference is that this time it's only during the main phase. So it's not like you can use it on your opponent's draw phase to do the play that I mentioned. But it also destroys a card and it doesn't target, and it's also part of the resolution. So it's really difficult to counter. And then again, at the end of the battle phase, if your K-9 monster battle this turn, you can set it back from your graveyard. So that's also some nice recursion. That's also really cool. And also you can easily foolish these 2 cards with the first monster that we checked, the Izuna, because this is a foolish barrel. But I won't lie, I am a little disappointed by the fact that the monsters, they don't really do anything in the grave. It's really just in your hand that they do something, and that's kind of it. Yeah, this is if this card is in your hand. You can reveal this card and blah blah blah, another monster in your hand. It would have been nice if you could also summon them back from the grave, but it also would have been insanely broken. I think we have one final card left. No, I lied, except if this is a reprint. Yeah, it is. K-9EW Experimental Liberation. Okay, so normal trap card, you can only use the first and second effect once per turn. Special summon 1 K-9 monster from your hand or grave. Alright, so there's value in foolishing cards. Then you can special summon 1 K-9 Xyz monster from your extra deck by using the first monster as material only. The second special summon is treated as an Xyz summon, but destroy the second monster during the end phase of the next turn. This is literally the purely trap card. It's quite literally the same, right? Yeah, you're using one monster to summon an Xyz monster, but actually this is even better. This is kind of like Trap Brigade Revolt. Yo! What? Alright. Okay. Alright, sure. Yeah, that's pretty insane. During the end phase, you can banish this card from your grave, then target 1 K-9, quickly spell in your grave, set it. So again, you do have like 3 graveyard effects, but I am banking on the possibility of this deck potentially having some more like graveyard effects over time, because I feel like right now it's not enough. And also 4 main deck monsters, no real normal summons, like there's no level 4 lower. That's usually like not the best, but no, I mean, it's still a really cool deck. It's a nice concept. I'm actually I mean, I'm not like a huge fan. Like I don't really have like personal like emotional attachment to this deck. Obviously, it's not like when I saw Malice for the first time, I really almost like fell in love with the concept of the deck, even though I'm not playing the deck. But yeah, this is, I mean, it has definitely potential for sure. So yeah, this card is, it's alright. Yeah, it's not like super broken, but it's cool. And then this card, yeah, pretty good. Sure, I'll take it. And again, both of these cards are searchable by chaotic elements, which is really like the key takeaway that I have here. And then this is, I can use this on its own. I don't really think this card is going to be a 3 of. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if anything is worth playing as a 3 of, because nothing really does anything just by itself. You always have to have more than one K-9 monster to do much of anything. Like, you can have this alone, you foolish a card and that's it. But like, if you have this or this alone, it literally just does nothing. Actually, I'm kind of lying. You can still go normal summon this, and then effect a search a monster, and then you search this, and then yeah, you do nothing unless you get drolled. Oh my god, yeah, again, you're trying to get hand shopped. You're literally trying to get hand shopped. Or you can go for this, and then it doesn't do anything. I don't even know. Yeah, this is a 2-card combo deck for sure, huh? Yeah, probably. But yeah, cool Xyz monsters. Like I said, very nice gimmick, I guess you can say, of just being purely 2.0. You just Xyz summon a bunch on your turn, on your opponent's turn, and then you keep upgrading and downgrading your monsters back to back. They all have different effects, different utility effects, I guess, for all of them. So that's really cool. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know how you feel about the new K-9 deck in the comment section below. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.